So April and Omarion discussed the fact that they wanted to have a midwife so they can have their baby, their natural born baby at the house. That's what they want to do because that's how Omarion was born. Like he had a midwife or whatever, and he was giving birth to at home. And Omarion really wants the thing to work out between Leslie and April. So April decides that she's gonna talk to Leslie and try to get an apology out of her. So once Leslie and April talk to each other, Leslie claims that April wants an apology and she don't know why she wants an apology. And my thing about it is, you crackheaded acting ass bitch. You know why that girl wanted an apology. You said that she was an unfit mother. But then you turned around and said you wasn't saying that she was unfit. You were saying that she wasn't ready because when you were giving birth, you wasn't ready. And then you started giving this little spiel about why you said what you said and all of that. And I'm like, well, if that's how you really felt, then that's all the fuck you had to say, you dumb bitch. Like, seriously, like, why are you so, like, was it that hard for you to explain yourself, and was it that hard for you to say what the fuck you had to say? Like, I don't even understand you, bitch. Like, it's really ridiculous. And I just felt like, that was a good moment between the two. They finally made peace, but at the end of the day, all of this could have been said a long time ago. If that's what she really felt, then that's all that could have been said instead of her being a bitch to the girl. You know what I'm saying? So we get into Tierra Marie and Young Bird. The last song that Young Bird wrote that was a semi-hit was Tamar Braxton's The One, and I actually bought that song on iTunes. Y'all know I don't like that bitch, but I don't hate when it comes to music, and I'ma buy your shit. If I like it, I'ma buy your shit. But if I really can't stand you, I'm just not gonna buy it. And I ain't gonna buy no full-blown album from no goddamn Tamar. But if it's a song I like, I'ma buy it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, Young Bird give Tierra this record, and it's basically about the situation between her and Ray J. And this is what I want. Despite all the drama, I'm liking the fact that Tierra Marie is mixing and mingling her music alongside the drama. And like I said, I want her to be the K. Michelle of this show. Like, take this love and hip-hop platform because you are talented and you did have a career before the show. I want you to plug your music in here. Next week, the song that you doing, I want you to put that shit on iTunes. I'll buy that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, do your music because I want to see you win. You got a platform, put your music out, get yourself together, and let everybody know what you want to do. And that's what I think you should do. Go hard with this music shit. Let everybody know that you want to win because I want you to win. I don't know if you want, I don't know if you want yourself to win the way I want you to win, but I want you to win. And even if it is with Young Bird, lesbian looking ass, you know what I'm saying? But I think that he wants more from Tierra because he was slick flirting with her. But I know the Tierra ain't going for it. But, they do have a little bit of chemistry. But after the way he did Hazel, I would not want my girl Tierra to be going through this shit. So, you know what it is. But I think that with this show, even though it could propel her into giving her more success, it does have its bad parts. Like with K. Michelle. Everything that girl does is a problem with people. It could be positive. They still talk about, well, her attitude is bad and blah, blah, blah. And this is the thing that I try to explain to people. I was a fan of K. Michelle's long before Love and Hip Hop, so I see music before I see the fucking personality. Tamar has a fucked up personality in my opinion, but she does have some music that I like. I bought Love and War, I bought The One, I bought All the Way Home. If your music good, I like it. Kiki White has a horrible attitude. Her attitude sucks monkey ass. But at the end of the day, I did buy her EP. It was good. You know what I'm saying? I think that people should let music speak for itself. And I already see it with Tierra Marie. Even last week, people were trying to argue me up and down about how I felt about her triggered actions with Sincere, and I still stand by what the fuck I said. I feel like she had every right to go in and knock the shit out of him because he was wrong for how he was talking to her. And I don't give a damn how she talked to anybody. What he did was fucked up, and she did not deserve that because her performance wasn't that fucking bad, but he was just being an asshole. So fuck this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not changing my opinion on that for nothing. That's how I feel. So get into Ray J and Yessie. He goes up there to the radio station to confront her about the Morgan situation, and then the conversation escalates. He gets up in her face, and then he wants to turn up and shit. And the thing that I don't like about Ray J is that he's lame as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he real lame. Like, he does a lot of things calling himself turning up and shit when he don't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ray J really could be more than what he is, but he's just so motherfucking lame and it's just ridiculous. And I really can't. It's embarrassing to watch him sometimes. And sometimes I be looking at the TV and I be like, Lord, I wonder what Sonya Norwood got to say about how the fuck this motherfucker acting. He already lame as hell. Then he being very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like disrespectful as a motherfucker. And I just don't understand. To the point where yes, he had to get the police and had to get security involved. He was turning up too damn hard. And then his friend Cash picked him up from the damn, you know, from the jail, and he suggests that he got a drinking problem. But he says that he ain't got no drinking problem. He just got a problem with people fucking with him while he drinking. That's crazy and it's funny all at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? So then we get into Hazel and Masika. And Masika pretty much tells Hazel about her situation with the strip club thing and how Nikki's family is the ones that own the club. So then Hazel tells Masika about Young Berg and how she's writing a song about him. And and Masika's saying the same thing we're all saying about Hazel. Either this bitch is delusional or she just don't understand that this nigga don't want to be with her and don't want to have nothing else to do with her because she going through too many things to try to prove herself to a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about her to prove himself to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's really ridiculous to me. So we get into Tierra Marie Cash. She meets up with Tierra to talk to her about the situation that's going on with Ray J. She said that she heard about the arrest, and I can tell that Tierra still cares about whatever happens to Ray J. And sometimes when you've been in love with someone for a very long time, you do tend to care about what happens to them. So I was with her completely on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to judge her. I understand completely because I have an ex, and no matter what happens, I will always care about him. So at the end of the day, I got what she was saying, but it was a big mistake because when she went to go see Ray J was very nonchalant and very disrespectful to her. And I just said, you know what, Tierra, just get the fuck up and leave because I don't even want you to spaz out and put your hands on this dude. You're trying to be respectful, you're trying to be mature about it, and you apologize for things that you don't have to apologize for. You don't have to apologize for the shit that happened at the RayJ.com lunch because you didn't start this shit. His girlfriend started this shit. That's the reason why you attacked her in the first place, because she was coming for you. You don't have to apologize to that nigga for shit. But I felt why you wanted to do it, but I honestly don't feel like he was owed anything. You didn't have to apologize to that motherfucking bitch for shit. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Fuck Ray J, Tierra. Focus on your music career and fuck him. That's all I got to say. Fuck that nigga. And then he already mad because yes, he won't play his songs. And yes, he said that Ray J is pretty much hit and miss. Some shit that I've been saying for years. He's had a music career for a very long time, and the only big hits that he had was Wait a Minute, One Wish, and Sexy Canine. Those are the only 3 hits that people really, really know by Ray J. So he is hit and miss. He'll have a hit there, a hit here, a hit there, a hit here, a hit there. That's really the basis of it. So, whatever. So we get into Hazel and Young Berg at the very end of the episode. She wants to give Young Berg the song, and Young Berg ain't feeling the song. The song is about him, and he pretty much said that, bitch, you ain't never been my bitch, and we supposed to be friends, and friends don't write songs about each other. And he pretty much talked to her like she was the scum of the earth. And I was absolutely here for it. I'm not usually with this shit, but the fact that Hazel is so fucking stupid and so dumb, and then got the nerve to get mad at Tierra Marie for telling her what it really was. This nigga telling you the same thing Masika told you. This nigga telling you the same thing Tierra told you. He does not want you, bitch. You ain't nothing to him. You was just a fuck to him, and he was only funding your music career and trying to help you out with your music career because he wanted some pussy. And now that you see it, you want to try to attack him. Like, I mean, you knew what you was getting yourself into when you decided to fuck around with the nigga. The nigga don't give a fuck about you, and that's what we all been saying on video to video, everything. We all been saying that, bitch, and now you want to get upset because he clocked your teeth for being a motherfucking jump off. Talking about you treat me like I'm a jump off bitch. You are a jump off bitch to him. What part of that don't you understand, dummy? Really? But that's all I gotta say, y'all. I really wasn't gonna review this episode because it was kind of lame, but next week gonna be pretty good. But I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.